answers. U is A plus IB, W is C plus ID, prove that. Okay, so we start with the left hand side of the equation. We want to prove U plus W star, so the conjugate equals, the U is A plus IB and this W is C plus ID, and we can combine the real parts, A plus C, B plus D, imaginary part. And conjugate means exactly the same real part but the opposite imaginary part, so instead of plus we have to use minus. And now we combine again. Here we have A minus BI and C minus DI, and A minus BI is U star, the conjugate of U, and C minus ID is the conjugate of C plus ID, so W star. Okay, so that's how we prove. Now solve the equation. All right, so previously we have this formula from part A, that if we add a complex number plus another complex number in brackets conjugate, that means the first complex number conjugate plus the second complex number conjugate. So that's why we have Z star plus the conjugate of 2 plus I is 2 minus I. Okay, so from A we know that we can replace this guy with Z star plus 2 minus A. So we have Z star plus 2 minus I to replace this guy, and then since the Z is X plus IY here, the Z star is X minus IY. So we replace the Z star with X minus IY, and we replace the Z with X plus YI. Okay, now we multiply 2 times X, 2 times YI, I times X, I times YI squared, and remember that I squared is minus 1, so that's why we have minus Y here. And now we group the real parts here. So for the real parts we have X and 2 and 2X and minus Y, we combine it right here. And for the imaginary part, minus YI minus I plus 2YI plus XI, we combine it over here. So we can simplify X plus 2X is 3X, and we can simplify minus YI plus 2YI is just 1YI, so that's why we have 1YI, and we have, this is minus 1I, so that's a minus 1, and plus XI, so this is plus XI. Okay, we factor out the I. Now on the right, because it's just 0, let's say it is 0 plus 0I. Now we equate the imaginary and the real part. So for the real part we have this equals 0, and for the imaginary part we have this equals 0. And now we can just rewrite here this equation, and we can eliminate by adding, we cancel out. So we have 4x plus 1 equals 0. So subtract 1 from both sides, divide both sides by 4, we get x. And after we find x, just plug in this x value here to find the y. Minus 1/4 minus 1 minus 5/4. Add 5/4 to both sides, we get the y. And therefore the final answer is, this is x, this is y. Alright, I'll see you again next time.